Vamos a hacer esto. Vamos a hacer esto a ver qué onda. Es un prólogo en teoría, no sé cuánto durará. Despertar en un sueño invernal en el mercado de la mañana, prólogo. O sea, a ver. Igual es increíble que no lo haya hecho todavía, ¿eh? Porque, no sé. Ah, ok. Super XD. Un poco a destiempo. La verdad.
Said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. Huh? Is that my phone? Must be the group chat.
Recibo un mensaje. Bronia. Hola, Bronia. ¿Cuánto tiempo? Es muy XD porque técnicamente estoy haciendo todo de forma súper desordenada, literal. Últimamente... ¿esto que es tipo un evento? Claro. Sí, ¿por qué no? O no sé, tipo una especie de misión extra, se puede decir así. Ok. Envía emojis de tipo señora mayor, Bronia. Bueno. Ok. El mercado del mañana. A ver. Vamos para acá. Tuki. Ok. Empezamos una nueva misión. Repito, super XD porque a fin de cuentas ya llegamos a Colonipenal, básicamente. Pero bueno.
Donhung, Bronya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
¿Por qué no le contestaste?
Then why didn't you reply?
Claro.
Bronya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for.
Bueno, básicamente esto, ahora es medio raro decirlo, ¿no? Pero a nivel cronológico esto sería antes del Colonipenal, o sea, lo último que hicimos. Y después de lo de Lofu, básicamente, que este era el inhibidor lunar y todo eso, super XD, no sé.
I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right.
O sea, básicamente estamos haciendo todo súper desordenado, pero bueno, como no hacemos misiones secundarias o así, básicamente, como que paso como un poco eso. Y bueno, estas son las claras consecuencias, pero bueno.
I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay. Rest up. You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there
Bueno.
next time.
Lo peor es que todo es que no estuvo, o sea, no está en Colonipenal todavía. Pero bueno, super XD, ¿qué quieren que les diga? Nada, cosas de Dangen. Ha pasado por mucho últimamente. Sin estrés para nosotros, sin estrés para el planeta. Bueno. ¿Por qué no?
Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhou. You didn't notice? At his age, he might not appreciate the extra excitement. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure.
¿Por qué no, no? ¿Qué sé yo? Igual es verdad, todavía no fuimos nunca con Himeko. A ver. Vamos a hablarle. A ver qué onda. Buenas.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Podemos hacer así incluso.
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds.
Sí, bien por ustedes.
Won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Bronya would be happy to see you.
Bueno,
Ah, so that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration.
no sabría qué
Thanks
decir,
for
qué sé
the
yo.
invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian.
Ok.
Make the most of the festivities.
Vamos
You've
con
earned it.
Pom Pom, ¿te imaginas?
You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo
Era una
6
locura.
after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Ok.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
Bueno, vamos solo con marzo, parece ser. Perfecto. A ver. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? O sea, tengo que... A ver. ¿Se puso una skin? What?
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
No sé. Ni sabía que había skins, literal. Cuando lo compraste, no sé en qué momento. También, ¿no?
It's actually not new. I just never had the right occasion to try it on. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
Y es refachera. La verdad. Que está mal.
Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort.
Ah, estamos 10 puntos, creo yo. Ok. Bueno, vamos a hablar, ya está.
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's...
Vamos.
Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
Solo mi presencia. Porque este es el muñeco de Pom Pom. Todos mis artefactos tienen atributos de velocidad. Super X de esto, ¿no? También.
Well, I thought since Pom-Pom can't leave the express, bringing a doll with us is kind of like taking them trailblazing. I
Ajá.
was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. It's much warmer than it was on our first
Bueno.
trip there. I
No
wouldn't
sé si
call
es
it
el común,
livable
porque
just
básicamente
yet,
era un
but things are
planeta
looking up.
completamente helado.
I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go?
Vamos.
Belobog, here we come.
Bueno. Vamos para acá. Un chanchito de estos raros. ¿Qué quién es?
Belobog. 700 years.
Ah, esta es la... ¿Cómo es? La Topaz,
It's
¿no?
never too late to pick up the tab.
Mira. Ok, mira. Vamos a hacer acá 7 de marzo. Ahora nos podemos a pelear de la nada. ¿Por qué la nada me quedo sin... ¿Qué onda, Umi? ¿Qué haces? ¿Por qué la nada me quedo sin sonido? ¿Este quién es? Corporación. Ok. ¿Qué onda, maestro? ¿Qué haces acá? Le preguntamos básicamente. No sé si hay audio, no sé si me rompió el audio a mí, que es lo más probable también incluso. No, vamos a terminar peleando, fijo. ¿Cómo? ¿Perdón? ¿Quién sería la jefa? ¿Alguien ven? Ah, sí, la Topaz. Yo imagino que hay sonido y se me rompió el juego, básicamente. Literal. Imagino que esto sí es como un... Bueno, no un evento, o habrá sido un evento en su momento, no lo sé. Extraño todo, pero bueno. No sé por qué de la nada se le va el audio a esto. La verdad que no tengo ni idea. Sí, efectivamente. El honor es tuyo, cuidado. Me imagino que va a tener bastante relevancia acá, Topaz, en lo que es esta misión, básicamente. Súper raro, no sé. Como no tengo sonido, no tengo nada. Imagino los personajes hablando, pero no... No sé. Me parece que no tiene que eliminarlos, ¿no? Ok. Voy a fijar el tema del audio, porque si no... A ver. Al inicio del juego a un corte. Va, a ver. Y ahora se arregla solo por cosas del... Porque yo imagino que esto irá con audio. O sea, a fin de cuentas empezó con audio, imagino que terminará con audio. No lo sé. A ver.
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're
Se
in
arregló de la
Belobog?
nada ahora.
And now to check out the main event, the food.
No
Come
sé.
on,
XD.
hurry up.
Bueno. Continuemos. Busquemos a quien debamos buscar. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Ah, ok. Empápate del ambiente festivo. A ver quiénes nos encontramos. Ya hay gente de...
Is
Mira, acá
that
está
Bella?
Pela.
Looks like she's teaching the kids again.
A ver, vamos a escuchar a ver qué dice.
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully, okay? Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
So hungry.
En otra completamente los pibitos acá.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand, and also, guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the overworld soon. It's gonna be super awesome.
En otra de los pibitos completamente.
Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago. Miss Payla, Peter is falling asleep.
Como que no le importa la historia de los pibitos, básicamente.
From now on, bring aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening. Sorry, Miss Payla.
Ok.
That's better. Now, where was I? Oh, I never knew Payla had a strict side.
Bueno. Ok. Nos vamos de acá. Y vamos para allá. Hay dos personas y para acá imagino que estará Serval, ¿no? Sí, ahí la estoy viendo. A ver.
Hey, quick! Serval's
A ver. ¿Algo más? No. Escuchemos a Selva Lagar que dice.
Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get started! Heartbeats will shake me. So rules can't break me.
Ok.
Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
Bueno, porque me... No sé. Ok, continuamos por acá. ¿Quién está? Hay dos personas. ¿Por dónde vamos? Me imagino que era... Shepard. Ah, buenas.
Ta-da! Guess who's back?
Este le dimos una paliza en su momento.
Welcome back to Belobog.
Hace no mucho, incluso.
There'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome you on arrival. My apologies.
No pasa nada.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize.
No más andamos viendo, gracias.
Understood. I hope you both enjoy the festivities. Please make sure you
¿Qué
keep
se
your personal
celebraba?
belongings safe.
O sea,
Pickpockets tend to
¿cuándo
take advantage of
se
events
hizo
like
esto?
this.
Digamos,
Performing
¿cuándo
additional
es?
patrols.
No sé cómo decirlo.
I'll get out of your way then. Bye.
Ubicado cronológicamente
Bye for
nuestro día a día, se puede decir así, nuestro tiempo real. Después de un tiempo. Capaz que es un evento navideño y nada que ver ahora en lo que hacemos.
Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be
O como no
so
sé.
tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Bronya a visit. After all, she was the
También.
one who invited us here. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
No sé qué más habrá pasar, también te digo. O sea... No, vamos con Bronia. ¿Me sigue? No, no me sigue. No te puedo preguntar cosas, igual.
Say, I think we should or we could.
No, vamos con Bronia directamente. Es que no sé qué podemos hacer. Sinceramente. Ah, vamos acá. A ver. Entramos. Y acá está con la Topaz. A ver, ¿qué dicen?
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot
Es que imagino que será Topaz. Pues no es Topaz. No tiene tilde en la O.
However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
¿Qué onda?
Bronya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your
cobrando.
business talks. We'll get out of your
Estamos
way.
tongs.
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurela 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
No hay plata, básicamente.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry
Okay.
our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Bueno, segunda vez que la encontramos, también te digo, pero... Imagino que por cosa del guión y de la trama nos la encontraremos nuevamente. Pero bueno. Por ahí se va. Nos quedamos acá con Bronia, que es la que nos invitó. Acá. A ver.
Is everything all right, Bronya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I'd planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival.
Se cancela. Solo escuché la palabra deuda.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Yarillo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy.
Un changui.
They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest.
Los intereses. Los estará matando los intereses. Me interesan ambas, sinceramente, ¿no? Para ver simplemente números, ¿no? Para ver qué tan mal está el tema. Y que también pueden decirlo.
An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers.
Ah, ok.
Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed,
Belobog básicamente está momento Argentina, básicamente. Está como nosotros. Brony ahora mismo es Milei, básicamente. Resumidas cuentas.
Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it.
Parece que tenemos que intervenir. No sé cuánto tendremos para hacer, sinceramente.
Right. We need to figure out how to help them. The IPC is too big and powerful. Even if Bronya steps in, it'll be hard for her to resolve the situation.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival,
en el problema directamente.
Now, I must ask you and the Astral
Somos
Express
nuevamente
for
las
help.
variables.
Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Vamos a hablar con Topaz. Saquemos las armas pesadas. Para.
Yeah, after all, this guy
Bueno,
here is a
la verdad
pretty
que
good negotiator.
te diría que no, pero...
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for
Qué sé yo.
dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck.
Ok,
And stay...
vamos a hablar con Topaz. Entonces, a ver. Bronia. No, doble Bronia. A ver.
I apologize for dragging you into Belobog's affairs again. But when faced with an entity as powerful as the IPC, we need all the external help we can get. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck.
Ok.
Thank you.
Perfecto. Bueno, acá está la pela esta. A ver. Acabo de llegar. No sé qué tengo para hablarle, pero bueno. ¿Qué sé yo? No sé, me metí medio... No la quiero incomodar. No sé si esto es parte de la historia como tal, pero bueno. A ver, 7 de marzo. O está ahí a lo suyo.
We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Ok. Respuesta de la IA. Ok. Respuesta inteligente, dime. Ah, mira. Bueno.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better
Vamos.
think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Ok, vamos. Sinceramente no sé qué vamos a decir. Pero bueno. Ok. ¿Dónde está? Acá está. ¿Qué está viendo? 600 años. Está sacando números en base a lo que puede recaudar en los cuadros. No puede ser. Tiene sentido. Ok.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Por el poder del guión. Aprecia el momento. De hecho, te enviamos un mensaje. También, pero sigue siendo la tercera vez que nos vemos.
Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment worth cherishing. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece.
No
It
sé.
portrays a certain kind of
No tengo mucha
sorrow,
idea de arte, si se puede
not your
decir así.
everyday kind of sadness.
Es bueno,
runs much
no digo que no,
deeper
pero
than
qué sé yo, no sé.
It's as if the
Es el bajo
artist had
mundo, ¿no?
condensed history into one poignant but
Pareciera,
sorrowful image.
por cómo es.
The artist's brushwork depicts a several generations' hardships. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added
Sacando
value
números con las
might push the total up
pinturas.
to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
No,
we...
por ahí.
Let's walk and talk. This way.
Ok.
Most exhibits in this museum are of little value.
¿Cómo sabe?
But, with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond.
Nunca estuve acá. Bueno, ¿por qué me colan
Miss
cosas estoy?
Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Queremos pedirte un favor en nombre de Bronya. Las demandas de la corporación no son razonables. El expreso pagará... No. Nos endeudamos. Yo no creo que estemos lo suficientemente bien económicamente para sustentar estas deudas. Esto.
You're so direct. I
De
like
una.
that. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt. I've heard that before. More than a few times, actually. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions. But Eurillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
So you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debt.
Es literalmente Argentina.
When you think about it,
Mi país,
it's
mi
just
país.
another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
Probablemente se haya extinguido. También,
I
¿no?
absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere. Come to think of it, this little guy's on display here probably means it's already extinct.
Muy probablemente.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Ajá. Bueno.
So, what
Nada,
now?
entonces.
We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch.
No le permitimos a una que teníamos esto también, ¿no? Pero... lo que dijo tenía sentido también. No sé cuánto más podemos conseguir si seguimos hablando, sinceramente.
I guess so, but that still doesn't fix Bronya's
Tampoco.
problem. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They don't teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to
Aquí,
school? Did someone send you a message?
Mira, Silly. Justo. vuelta al Silly. Ok. Se pudrió todo.
Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld.
Sí, justamente había dicho esto de los de bajo mundo, ¿no?
Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Oh, and now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute.
Aquí vamos de nuevo.
I really did jinx us. I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
Bueno, vamos allá. Vamos para el bajo mundo a ver qué está haciendo esta gente por acá.
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
A ver. No sé si va haciendo lo mismo, por cierto. A ver. ¿Qué pasó acá?
Zila!
¿Qué onda?
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Hay alguien herido.
Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey, just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us. Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any
Che, se le puso
ideas?
la cosa original el 7 de marzo.
A few miners made it out early.
Le fue la skin.
They looked
De la
pretty
nada.
panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know.
También, ¿no?
Who?
We were just
Nah.
talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
A pelear, no me imagino. Bueno. Allá vamos.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way.
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
En serio, come algo.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
Bueno.
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
A pelear. Tuki. Bueno.
Your answers?
Podemos jugar como simular Ahora es cuando no puedo hacer esto. Ok.
Lend me your strength.
I'm asking question. Answer me.
There's more to life.
Vamos a hacer aquí. Acá no puedo ver así con la pero está. Inhabilidad.
That hurt. Enjoying yourself.
Cuidado, cuidado. Y aquí enfocuseamos, ¿no? Creo que este sería lo mejor. Digo yo.
Some value, I suppose.
Tuki. Muy bien.
That'll take more than medicine. So this is the warmth of life.
Que no maten a la tío. Por favor. Para acá. Vamos a ¿por qué no?
Time for a shot. That's better.
SAS
Me volverá esta. Ok. Y este creo que ya lo matamos.
You'll pay for this.
Bien.
We've entered the storm.
Lo voy a curar a mis personajes también. Por si las moscas. No parece ya estar muy complicada la pelea, pero por las dudas vamos a pegar y vamos a tirar una estarlate constantemente. Ok. Un poco que es adelantarlo, pero pimba.
Naughty child. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Podría haber ulteado, pero qué sé yo. Bueno.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
¿Todo bien? Acá haciendo misiones de antaño que la verdad que no sé ni cuándo salieron. Literal. Imagino que estas habrán salido cuando salió Topaz al principio. Ahora con 7 de marzo. A ver, tiene para decirlo. ¿Cuándo te cambiaste justamente? Yo no sé. Realmente no pensé que íbamos a pelear en este momento, qué sé yo. Como que habíamos acordado que no habría que hacer ningún lío, por eso yo, qué sé yo, me pareció raro que peleemos. Ok, bueno, ahora con Silly. Ahora ya sí. Vamos. A ver, me gustaría curarme por acá. Vale, falta poco de vida en la talla nada más, ¿no? Pero lo demás. Ok, sí, ahora sí. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Ok. Desafiar. Tenemos que tener a alguien específicamente, no. Capaz que no van a Silly, no sé. Creo que estamos bien así. No sé cómo decirle. Ayuda bastante cuando sacas cosas, te ayuda y te da como un tiempo también de más. Mira, por acá está es Belobog, ¿no? Se llamaba.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Mira, está por acá, está.
Hello, miss. Are you...
Básicamente como que...
I'm Topaz. I've come
no
to
sé
have a
cómo
chat with
decirle.
Mr. Svarog.
Clara.
Te aporta como un plus tanto en ataque como en defensa, básicamente.
Huh? But if you have a guess, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
Ok.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
Tiene un comunicador por acá.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style.
Ok.
Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the
Pronto
property
será
of the IPC.
propiedad de la corporación.
No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy.
O sea, es como que la villana, va, no la villana porque no es mala, o sea, está haciendo su trabajo a fin de cuentas. Como la antagonista principal de la misión Topaz, básicamente.
In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives.
Pelea de la nada.
Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
¿Lo que es?
This is...
Source code, or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is... I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are.
Ajá.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a...
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Okay.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force.
Mira, saco ya las probabilidades y todo.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
Ok. Bueno, mientras tanto nosotros, ¿qué hacemos en nuestra vida? Ok. Vamos a este punto por acá. Este es el chanchito este raro, ¿no? ¿Cómo es?
Anyone else getting deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby, right?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take a look?
A ver. Intenta comunicarte con Conti. A ver. ¿Qué le... ¿Cómo? Esto es muy claro, no me voy a sacar imagen, perdóneme, ¿no? Pero... necesario, créanme. Ok, ¿qué les puedo decir? Oink.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying?
No tengo ni idea. Topaz no está aquí. La vida no tiene sentido. Me parece un montón, no sé, tiene un acento muy marcado. Topaz no está aquí.
Seriously? You actually speak Trotter?
El poder de Leon. No me extrañaría.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Que lo sigamos.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Sigámoslo. Te sigo, te sigo, te sigo.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us.
A ver.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything.
A pelear más que no.
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
A pelear. Ok. Tengo casi toda la azul de... Vamos a simularlo, a ver qué hace el equipo.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Freedom.
Lend me your strength.
A test.
Existence is unity.
0 points.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Answer me. Freedom.
Nap time. Doesn't fall.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Lend me your strength.
Answer me. 0 points. Freedom.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. To guard and defend. Crush them. Eternal.
All will be swept away by the wind.
A test. 0 points.
Ok, hecho. Bien. Seguimos acá a Conti. Imagino. Parece de buen humor.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
No quiero pelear, o sea, quiero pasar acá sin más. Lo posible. Bueno, no sé, es que no sé si había algo más, pero... Creo que no había nada igual, pero... Por si hay un cofre o algo acá, pero no hay nada. Ok. Seguimos acá a Conti. A ver. El actor de voz que habrá pensado, ¿no? Que le dijeron, bueno, tenés que interpretar esto, qué sé yo, no sé. Ok. ¿Bailar o qué? Desapareció.
For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble.
Tenemos que llegar allá.
Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going.
Ok, bueno, bajemos. ¿O no? ¿Cómo? Ok. Bueno, para acá. Y acá que peleamos, hablamos ambas.
Hey you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here. You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think?
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Como que básicamente todo el mundo hace su trabajo. No hay un gran responsable por ahora, ¿no? Más allá de la corporación en sí, si se puede decir. En general.
Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
No, a pelear.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon.
Directo. Ok. Ok. Tuque. Pimba. Acá. Nuevamente, volvemos.
I'm asking questions. Test.
Acá. Tuque.
There's more to life.
Tuque.
Time for a shot.
Acá curamos a Romeo.
So this is the warmth of life.
That hurt.
Muy bien. Bien. Ah, realmente. Bajamos a este.
There's always a weakness.
Naughty child. Every petal and
all will be swept away by the wind.
That's better. Your assistance is timely.
Your answers? Test. 0 points.
Just a
Sí.
little something.
Sí, 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 sí. Sí, sí, por las dudas, porque
So
nos
this is the
conocemos.
warmth of life.
Puedo tirar esto,
Eternal.
la verdad.
Nap time. You'll pay for this.
I'm asking questions.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Ok. Nada de nada.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Some value, I suppose.
Cuidado,
Time for a shot.
No me la puedo jugar.
That's better. This battle is unavoidable.
Just a little
No me la puedo
something.
jugar.
Think nothing of it.
No me la puedo jugar.
Assistance is timely.
0 points. Answer me.
Every petal and
all will be swept away by the wind.
There's always a weakness.
existence is unity. Naughty child.
Your
I'm
assistance
asking
is timely.
questions.
Yo creo que no lo puedo matar todavía y quiero esperar de vuelta el ciclo de ultis. Voy a tirar un básico. Ok, no perdí ningún turno. Parece que se me muere el medio.
You'll pay for this.
Ok.
Lend me your strength. Time for a shot.
Decime que puedes ultear.
So this is the warmth.
Ok.
Just a
Ok.
little something. Think nothing of it.
Qué locura.
So this is the warmth of life.
Test. 0 points. SAS. Knowledge.
Cuidado,
Measure of truth.
Cuidado. Ojo.
Every petal and all will be
Ojo.
swept away by
Simplemente
the wind.
digo eso.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
0 points.
Naughty child.
Bien. No cantemos victoria, pero ya les diría que está casi hecho esto.
Answer me. Your answers? Test.
Descontamos. Chao. Bien. Vamos igualmente a lo seguro. Queda uno solo, pero no nos regalemos.
Answer me. 0 points.
Tuki.
Knowledge. The measure of truth and falsehood. Not bad. 5 points.
We've entered the storm.
Acaba de pegar lo básico. Vamos, no puedo.
Crush them.
Some
Bien.
0 points.
Increíble que me haya
Every petal and all will be
salido. O sea,
swept
lo digo en
away
serio,
by the
pensé que
wind.
no puede ser, lo voy a tener que mejorar, pero no sé. Pero no,
I'm
o sea,
asking questions.
salió. La pura
Test.
intento y salir. Literal. Bien. Nos costó. Realmente. Lo admito. Me costó. No tengo ningún problema en decirlo. No sé cuándo habré tardado realmente en hacerlo, pero bueno.
Down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Phantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Te voy a decir algo, 7 de marzo. Creo que lo hicimos 4 veces, nos salió la cuarta. 3 veces nos ganaron. Yo me quedaría así.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
Ok.
So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around. Or taming fragmentum creatures, for that matter.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Oh, looks like we've got a message.
A ver, ¿quién es? ¿Quién nos habla ahora? Bronia. Ok.
I get the feeling Bronya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. The miners need to know what happened here. Bronya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help. I trust her judgment.
Bueno.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Bronya out. Come on, to Klepoth Fort!
Para allá, desafío completado. Gracias. Costó, lo digo de verdad. Costó. No. Es más, creo que lo voy a dejar para que se vea que realmente me costó.
These guys don't look pleased to see us.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Ok. Volvemos para acá.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help.
Básicamente acaban de emboscar y llevarlos. O sea, no sé.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
Estoy seguro de que podemos cambiar la situación. No hay forma de que superes que esto iba a suceder. No sabría. Estoy seguro, pero...
But the IPC won't wait for me to catch up. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
¿Qué sacó? Está todo hackeado.
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life.
Ah, escribe el bichito.
In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy. A place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust.
Bueno, a ver, para. Lamento interrumpirlo, pero dicho escrita a mano, me parece que no es exactamente esto, ¿no?
Finally,
pero bueno.
One fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Bronya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a
Me gustaría
special
saber
team
cuál
to
es el
support the
contrato también.
reconstruction of Eurillo 6. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belobogians.
Será algo como que claro que todo lo que son de Belobog ahora también como que forman parte de...
You will make the right decision. A decision that will
No sé, no sé cómo será.
your people.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
No sé qué dije.
Yes, she is a high-ranking member of the IPC, after all. She knows how to use words to her advantage.
No tengo ni idea qué dije. Por dar clic donde no debía dar clic.
This would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone.
Deberías ver primero qué piensan los demás. Confío en tu criterio. Complicado.
I trust her judgment too, but what if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Bronya for the rest of her life.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klopothfort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
También puedo votar. Me interesaría.
We should leave this matter to the Belobogians. Don't you agree? We've got your back.
Tiene sentido también.
We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
Okay.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
A ver, primero quiero hablar con Bronya, a ver qué piensa de esto.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the...
Perfecto, bueno. No, si era por el coso, porque no está pelado. Bueno, vámonos. No sé. No sabría qué decirles. A ver. Tres. O sea, por ejemplo. A ver, acá. Verbal.
Well, look who we have
situation?
Necesitamos tu opinión sobre un asunto importante.
Uh-oh. Sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in.
Ok.
What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them.
Tiene sentido.
As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't hesitate.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your
O sea,
opinion.
básicamente como que le pertenece todo de esta gente. Se firma el contrato, no se me da cuenta. Pero bueno. A ver, vamos a hablar con Pela. Buenas.
We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious. Sounds serious. I'm all ears.
Ok.
Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision? Okay, if it were up to me, I'd probably agree. Huh.
Ok.
Okay.
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in
I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Bueno, ¿quién nos faltaría? ¿Quién nos faltaría? ¿Por acá? Acá. Ok. No sé quién. Esta pregunta. No sé quién estará acá, básicamente. Oh, mirá, Dune. Crack este. A ver. Nuestro amigo.
It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them.
Damos tu opinión sobre un asunto importante.
You need my opinion? I'm happy to help.
Ok. A ver.
So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time.
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
No sé.
Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone
A
we
ver,
needed
sí,
to.
toda la gente que está acá, por ejemplo, ¿no? Pero bueno, o sea, entiendo que vamos a ser los personajes más principales.
It seems like
Me das
most
cuentas.
people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
Ok, vamos allá. Vamos allá. Al bajo mundo. Ok, acá me imagino que estará Natalia. Sampo también, ¿no? Quizás, no lo sé. Ok,
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
vamos a ver con Natalia primero. Está acá teniendo unos asuntos.
What brings you two to the underworld? And why the long face?
Necesitamos tu opinión sobre un asunto importante.
Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go.
A ver, ¿qué conclusiones da? Creo que la... A ver.
That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of
Creo
you.
que las
I know you're
respuestas
in a hurry.
de Serval y de Pela fueron relativamente... ¿Cómo decirlo? Vale, relativamente no, fueron de mucho peso. O sea, la de Dune creo que fue muy inconcreta como por cómo son. Que tiene, a ver, tiene sentido, ¿no? Pero... No sé. A ver, no lo firmaría. A ver, Natalia. Oigo.
I
¿Por
won't
qué?
deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt.
Es verdad.
Even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is
Tiene
true.
sentido.
I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument.
Filosófica.
For the against
Natalia.
pile. Thanks for your insight.
Bueno, 2-2. Imagino que terminará empatado por el poder de León. Imagino. Mira, acá, Oleg. El viejo Oleg.
Than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Ujú.
But I can tell by the look on your faces
No.
you're probably not dropping by to say hi.
Efectivamente, necesitamos tu opinión sobre un asunto
Let me
importante.
guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black
Efectivamente.
showing up everywhere? Well,
Viejo
that's the
sabio,
way.
Oleg.
It just so happens I'm curious about them myself.
Ok, a ver. ¿Cuál es su opinión y qué conclusión nos da?
I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Sí,
Out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience.
también es verdad, a
What
ver.
do you think we should do?
Me interesa mucho esta conclusión que nos dará, lo digo en serio.
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
La última guardiana suprema.
Huh. guess I never looked at it from that angle. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
Ok, me gustó lo que dijo. La verdad que completamente le encuentro... A ver...
The truth is, great ambition, if this IP... But that's just my...
Ok. Comparto igual lo que dice, ¿no? O sea, a ver, si bien no de ese punto, porque no tengo la edad que tiene Oleg, ¿no? Pero... No. Mira, compa el Perkins. Por acá. Está clara por acá. Mira. Pensé que le vamos a preguntar a cosa como esa.
Miss March,
Billy.
Big Brother, what brings you to the underworld?
¿Qué
Hey
onda?
there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
No, Svarog está haciendo las suyas.
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
¿A mandar?
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We
También.
should definitely get his opinion.
Al menos Clara está aquí. La opinión de Clara es igual importante.
True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
A ver qué nos dice Clara, ¿no? ¿Y qué argumento nos da también?
That's complicated.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver.
Quedamos iguales, José.
Your thoughts mean a lot to us.
Nos jugamos. Ok, tras reunir más opiniones de los ciudadanos, el resultado final sigue siendo un empate. Ok, lo vamos preguntando a las diversas personas, me imagino, ¿sí?
All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion is...
Empate.
The votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
Aún nos falta preguntarle a alguien.
Oh, right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the
Bueno,
miners. Come on, let's get
qué sé
going.
yo, Shepard también, por ejemplo, que estará en la suya. No sé. A los diversos miembros de los topos, por ejemplo. No sé. Bueno. ¿Cómo llego hasta acá? No sé. Por no explorar, ¿no? Vamos, no sé cuál es el lugar más cercano para ir, pero vamos. Ok. Para allá. Me llevo esto. ¿Cómo vamos hacia allá? Por acá, imagino. No. No lo sé. No. No quería pelear esto. Me trae acá. Ok, ¿cómo llego hacia allá? La pregunta en serio. Tengo que bajar por algún lado, tengo que seguir esto. No lo sé. Ok, definitivamente, a ver. Un poquito de mapa. Ya se baja, creo. Por acá. Parece. No sé. Bueno. No termine de explorar la zona. También le digo, así que. Ok, para acá. No. Sí. Sí. Ok. Bien. Entraste en zona segura y acá tenemos esto, ¿no? No tenía ese acá. Ok, a ver. Tilly.
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. Important matter, huh?
Creo que nos podemos imaginar cuál es la opinión de Tilly igual. Y nos da una respuesta. O sea, viendo que sí firmaría, me sorprendería y me gustaría saber por qué, pero no sé. Quizás ese sea el factor sorpresa, ¿no?
I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case, I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders.
Fin de cuentas, sí.
No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice.
Y es que a fin de cuentas también buscamos eso, creo yo.
I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has to make the final call. Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Topaz ministers.
Ok. Vamos para allá. Vamos para allá. Ok, usamos el punto y... A ver.
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
A mí me lo preguntan, yo la verdad que... No sé. Creo que firmaría. No sé.
Oh, the fort's
O sea...
packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
What are we supposed to do?
March, you're back.
A ver. A grandes comparaciones y en resumen,
What's the verdict? Would it...
la cosa sería que si no aceptamos, yo no formo parte de este planeta, no, y la voy a votar, ¿no? Pero si no aceptan, o sea, si no firman, el problema seguirá siendo la deuda más los intereses que sigan pasando, básicamente, en base a cuánto pasa el tiempo y cuánto van demorando para pagarla. Ok, dicho esto, si se puede decir así, seguirían con lo que es el problema. O sea,
It's pretty much
a
the same
grosso modo
situation
se
here.
podría decir,
Neither
va, se
party
podría
is
decir.
willing to compromise.
La comparación es, ¿cuál es el
Time
problema?
has come to make a decision.
Seguir, mantener esa deuda
Chaos
y que
cannot be
siga
allowed to continue any
subiendo
longer.
más aún, ya sabiendo que son cantidades impagables seguir irrisorias, pero que sigue acumulándose. Oh, bueno, para. Me callo.
All of you! I know what to do.
Wait,
Mira, de la nada.
I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
De la nada.
But
Nos estaba
aren't
mezclando.
you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our
Me
previous
callo yo porque momento épico para la historia del gaming.
Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel.
A ver, oigo.
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
Afecta un poco la balanza. Esto. Ya no estamos hablando de lo mismo que va a decirlo.
On a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field.
Ese número es más alto.
I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but These two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Mensaje. Para. Para, me perdí. Segundo. Ok.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go
Sí.
again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another
Ok.
adventure.
Vamos allá. No queda nadie más acá. Bueno, creo que ahora puedo terminar quizás de decir lo que estaba tratando de explicar. Pero ahora cambia.
If there's nothing pressing,
Porque
let's
si bien
take a walk.
vas a seguir dependiendo de esta gente de la corporación, ahora es que también no solo estás dejando de dar, ¿cómo decirlo?, esas libertades, por así decirlo, que tenés, sino que bien vas a depender de los otros. O si ven y vas, porque ya no se toma esa decisión, no se va a firmar al final. Ok. Creo que con el mismo equipo estamos 10 puntos. Y bueno, vamos a ver qué tanto nos cuesta ahora. Bueno, si bien eso no sucedió, y también le tenés que sumar el riesgo aún de la probabilidad como para que funcione bien el plan que quieren llevar a cabo, tanto como que se llevó a cabo en otros mundos, que ya es más aún, pum, tira la balanza más en contra. No sé. Qué sé yo dije que iba a firmar porque a fin de cuentas y te daba como esa seguridad. Ahora, el tema es que esa seguridad ahora ya no está confirmada al 100%. Por eso ahora yo, si bien antes dije que tomaba esa postura, ahora tomo la otra por ese dato realmente. Y por ejemplo, no sé, está bueno que esta misión, aunque sea, te hace como tomar un lado, o al menos yo lo viví así. A fin de cuentas, bueno, creo que capaz que alguno lo habrá skipeado, no sabe ni qué habrá pasado en la misión, que también todo su derecho, no de hacerlo, pero no sé. A mí al menos me terminó de cambiar, porque qué sé yo. Como que hubo un momento en que no sé si es el que sentí que estuve del lado correcto, porque qué sé yo, los dos lados están correctos, a fin de cuentas, vea como se vea o argumente como se argumente. Pero si bien uno era meramente deuda gigante, y el otro te da como una seguridad en base a tu libertad, al no tener confirmada esa seguridad, ya justamente me quedo con lo que dijo Natalia. Literal, creo que se resume todo con lo que dijo Natalia. No tenés ni libertad ni la seguridad. Listo. Corta. Mira vos.
Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface.
Okay.
A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter.
Ajá.
While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
Muy fría esa
If
respuesta.
only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Hace gracia como lo sigue. Conti.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton
Este
stealth
compa acá,
bomb?
básicamente.
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Ojalá Topaz.
Look, down there! It's the
Keep noise to a minimum. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Ok. Muy bien.
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
Otra más.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective.
Okay. Mira, acá aparece. Ahí está.
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to... Remember,
Ready.
try to avoid being noticed.
Okay.
SFP detected.
Bueno, medio XD. Kilo no, pero
Woohoo! The coast is
sin
clear!
más.
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
¿Para qué?
This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Branya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
Ok. A ver, ahora qué sucede. Paró que está acá. Mira. Allá los Jota los da, ¿no? Bueno, a ver, compañero.
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry,
Básicamente,
March.
el
The
guión.
Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Ok. Bueno, nos vemos, Esbaro. Hasta luego. Bueno, básicamente está todo preparado acá para caerlo.
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
Ay, 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 ay.
Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Bueno, yo por las dudas voy a hacer lo siguiente. No quería hacer ese último, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Preparados.
Oh, hey there, Slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Yo tengo admiradores también, ¿no?
I'd be surprised if you didn't. Don't underestimate the reputation of the nameless out among the stars. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors, but we have very dear friends on Eurillo 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
Es que no lo es.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
Autorizaron tus vacaciones.
I wish. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
No, a pelear.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby.
Mega bichos que anda. Ok.
Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Bueno. Ok. Hace un tiempito, verán, se darán cuenta. Busqué acá los personajes porque la verdad que estuve intentando un rato más y la verdad que por lo legal nada. Así que vamos a venir por acá. Esto ya lo habías visto, así que vamos a ver de vuelta. Nuevamente esto ya tenemos la animación conocida, ya le hicimos 80 millones de veces o tratamos de hacerlo. Vamos a ver si nos sale ahora, eso sí. Que eso ya sería otro tema. Así que bien. Bueno, empezamos focuseando a este tipo. Tuki. Muy bien. Y acá volvemos así. Perfecto. Y volvemos a tirarla. Muy bien. Y acá tiramos la de Runway. Ok. Sí, lo vamos a tirar a ese tipo, pero antes voy a tirar esto. Y acá vamos a pegar un básico. Tuki. Muy bien. Y acá a ver si ya llegamos a matar a este tipo. Así nomás. ¿Qué voy a hacer así? No creo que adelante mucho, la verdad. No adelante casi. No, bueno. Ok. Acá. Vamos a focusar a este muchacho. Ok. ¿Y a quién le tiró esto, no? ¿Habrá apurado? Yo creo que sí. Me lo voy a tirar a esto. Creo que me apura con la ulti del late, la verdad. O no. Depende. Depende de a quién le preguntes. Ok. Curación necesaria, creo yo. Compañero. Básico solo ya estamos. Muy bien. Y acá incluso hacemos así. Y bueno, vamos a jugar un poco con lo que tenemos. No nos alejemos tanto tampoco. Tuki, acá a ver quién le pega. A lo May, justo la única que no quería que le pegue. Bien, acá vamos a tener que ir curando a la May. Nuevamente. Ok, y vamos a acumular un poco de esto, a ver si podemos. Pero bueno, nos pega de vuelta la May, que hijo de puta. Así. No lo quiero matar, pero... Bueno, no quedaba de otra. Ok, estamos full. Realmente estamos full. Otra cosa que podemos hacer así, básicamente. Ok. ¿A quién focuseamos? Yo creo que a este tipo. Mismamente. Y acá tenemos el focus. Ok. Adiós. Está muerto. Y ahora este. Sí. Creo yo que hicimos bien. Debatible, pero creo que hicimos bien. Adiós, compa. Bien. Por ahora... Cuidado, Natalia. Por favor. Vamos a pegar el básico acá. Bueno. No era lo que tenía pensado, pero bueno, bien. Ok. Un básico. Yo creo que estamos con un básico. Se muere, muy bien. Y acá sí. La quería curar a ella realmente antes. Incluso voy a hacer lo siguiente. No sé si me van a bancar o no con lo que voy a hacer, pero yo lo voy a hacer igual. Y ahora medio como que sí. No tengo pala, También. Como casi sin arriesgar mucho, también te digo. Lo posible. No. Así vamos a tirar esto. Y acá vamos a tirar esto. Ok. Y ya estamos full. A full. Ok, no sé si mega necesario, pero bueno. Ven acá. Y podemos ya terminar con esto. Sería lo mejor de lo mejor. Vamos a tratar de no gastar ultis. Bien. Ok. Cuidado. Cuidado que ya nos conocemos. Y yo creo que... así. Ahí vamos. Acá. Perfecto. Bien, tenemos que focusear a este muchacho de acá porque si no... vamos, está medio complicado, ya les digo de antemano. Ok, tiene la esta. No espero no estar troleando, ¿eh? Espero no estar troleando. Bien. Vamos a tirar esto. Ok. Y acá le vamos a devolver el turno a Latio. Que tire sus cosas. Perfecto. Ah, no tenemos para curar, así que igualmente si me veo medio complicado acá. Como ahora, por ejemplo. Ahora sí cae la ulti. Y acá vamos a hacer esto. Bueno. Ok. Ok. Sí. Creo que sí. Creo que sí. Creo que es la hora. Ok. Por favor, Por favor. Muy bien. Se van los otros que estaban ahí acomodados. Bien. El focus es este tipo de acá. Ahora mismo. Y acá voy a jugar a curar. Porque si no, puede ser que la tengamos complicada. Ok. No quiero organizar el combate. Creo que así estamos bien. Lo que sí, ahora voy a tirar esto por las dudas, simplemente igualmente estamos bien, diría que deberíamos ganar. Me voy a curar por las dudas. Y acá pegamos. Tiramos acá la. Bien. Perfecto. Acá compañero. Tubi. Muy bien. Bien. Esto era lo que me estaba costando. Esto era lo que me costaba, muchachos. Lo sacamos adelante.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop.
Aparece Bronya.
Bronya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that
Asunto
required
importante.
my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Ok.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your
La carta que le había mandado esta de su experiencia y todo eso que le había pasado.
So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for
de la
my behavior
nada.
just now. It was
Bueno.
inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far. I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
Vale. ¿Para qué? ¿Y ahora qué? Ok. Bueno. Completado esto. Lo más difícil era lo final. Se lo digo de verdad. Completado. Ok.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right.
Ok. Bueno.
Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Le va a dar una...
Excellent.
Una cosa
The
media
mountain road ahead is a little treacherous.
de valor de Jarilo 6, básicamente imagino. Ok, vamos a ver qué termina haciendo esto. No me acuerdo cuánto voy, sinceramente, de tiempo.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
No.
We've only recently discovered this domain.
Ah,
Let's keep
ok.
moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Ok, bueno, vayamos. Ok. Cuidado. Mira.
Look. The people of
Nueva zona.
Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
La banco mucha bronia,
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there?
Sí. Lo de Cocolia, exactamente.
Hey, shh, that's a secret.
It's called the Engine of Creation.
Bueno, yo digo lo de Cocolia y todo tranquilo.
Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the Engine of Creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The Engine of Creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance.
Okay.
The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belobogians themselves?
Básicamente.
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion.
Ajá.
But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belobogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belobogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything.
No, pero ni eso hace nada, la guardia, no se también, ¿no? Pero, qué sé yo. O sea, no es que no hizo nada, porque la verdad que hizo un montón, pero, qué sé yo.
If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we Belobog have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Básicamente.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult.
O sea, como que estaba todo dado para acepten el trato, no se me das cuenta. Aparezcamos nosotros.
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Ok, mira. Bueno. A ver.
I was worried things were gonna get ugly again. A peaceful solution is always the best solution. Speaking of solutions, are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? I remember you took control of it and helped us defeat Kakolia.
El mismo coso te da unos puñetazos ahí. No creo.
Right, I totally forgotten. That's the whole reason we came here in the first place.
No creo, lo dudo
looks
mucho.
like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating. Still, look on the bright side. We got to meet a top IPC executive. The trip wasn't a complete waste, right?
Ok. Meco, por acá.
You know?
La primera vez que estamos con Jimeco así, digamos, fuera del expreso. O al menos yo. No sé si... Bueno, sí creo que sí. Porque nos
We
había
should
hablado al
also be
principio
glad
7
that
de
Miss
marzo
Topaz is the one in charge of the Eurilo 6 project.
de que no habíamos salido todavía con
If it were
Gemel con
someone
acá.
else from the Strategic Investment Department, things might have gotten complicated. The Strategic Investment Department comprises the IPC's most elite employees, many of whom can be very forceful. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and March must be tired after such an incredible journey. It's time you got some well-deserved rest.
Ok, bueno, vamos a ver acá. Mira, está... ¿Puedo pasar por allá? ¿Puedo hablar con él? Ok, no puedo. Bueno, vamos a hablar acá con estas muchachas.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most.
Le cortarán tu paga.
If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Ok.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame.
Bueno. En volver a hablar bien de mí con tus jefes, mira. Es cierto que la corporación de somete es ronda de entrevistas. Mira, también tengo esta duda, ¿no? Pero... vamos por esta.
17? Oh, I
Okay.
think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future.
Bueno.
Only next time under better
La verdad.
circumstances.
Mira acá. El Conti. Bueno. Por cierto, sí. Ya que estamos acá. Deberíamos hacer esto. Perfecto. Ok. Ahora sí. Vamos... ¿Para dónde va? Para acá. Para el distrito administrativo. Bien. Y bueno, vamos acá. Vamos a ver qué onda. No sé cuánto más estaremos por acá, sinceramente. Pero bueno. A ver. Vamos a descansar y ver qué es lo que sucede mañana. No sé si tenemos una cinemática final o qué.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
Ok. Bueno. Y para acá. Bueno, nuevamente acá. No hay nada nuevo, ¿no? O sea, monstruo de armario, nada, ok.
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance this time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
A ver, ¿con qué soñaremos ahora? Si es que soñamos con algo. No, ok.
In
Acá.
light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
Okay.
You only got demoted 1 rank? Whew, you
¿Quién
dodged
habla?
a
El
bullet
Conti.
there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Aventurino, mira.
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing
Ok,
important.
Aventurino ya lo conocemos. O sea,
Checking in on you.
técnicamente en este momento no lo conoceríamos. Medio raro.
Reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this?
A ver.
Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo
Muchos
won't be
nombres por
laughing
ahora.
anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing
Ok,
business with
esto nos
them is
interesa,
a lost
porque esto yo
cause.
no estaba al tanto.
But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals.
Por eso, básicamente, Aventurino está en Colonipenal.
So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it.
O sea que nos encontraremos
You
con
never know. You might even be able to make up for your
Topaz,
blunder on
básicamente, en un
Eurillo
futuro.
6.
Mira. No lo sé. A ver, ¿qué dice?
I'll get back to you later.
Ok. Chao.
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
Ya vos.
I hope I made the right decision this time. This snow is mesmerizing.
Un poco Attack on Titan, ¿no? El lugar. Ok. No sé si terminará acá o cómo sigue esto. Ok. Termina acá, efectivamente. Bueno, verificación de visitantes. Ah, mira. Topaz y Conde están en el expreso. Ok, mira. Perfecto. Y bueno, por acá tenemos la charla por acá. No, le decimos sí. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué necesita? Imagino que nos van a dar alguna que otra. El Genshin Impact no hizo el tema, ¿no? Ok. Mandamos el... Ah, ok. Voy para allá. No voy a ir. Voy después. Ok, tenemos por acá una misión. Ok. Bueno. Bueno, bien. Me gusta que hayamos terminado por acá con una misión. Que la verdad que... Si bien... no es un gran apuro. La verdad que mal pudimos cumplir. ¿Me está salvando por acá?
Where did they get to? Ah! Speak of the devil.
Bueno.
Ready? There's something I need your help with. Looks
Ah,
like we're
no,
not the
esto es
only
de
ones.
coso. Bueno, estoy haciendo otra misión ahora acá. Ok, bueno, de igual forma.
If I remember correctly, I was wondering. Well,
Nada,
it's
quiero
just,
salir un poco de acá.
you see,
Pero bueno, en todo caso,
besides,
gente, yo me
I'm a
despido.
researcher.
Medio rara la despedida.
Really? I know this is a lot. Actions.
There goes Serval. Or, I guess
Es Gimeco, pero bueno. Bueno, medio raro como estoy haciendo todo esto, pero bueno, muy desordenado, les pido mil disculpas. Pero nada. Básicamente, muchachos, les pido mil disculpas porque bueno, básicamente como que no estoy súper al día acá en el Starlight como en el Genshin. Pero bueno, es cosa mía básicamente. Así que nada, muchachos, me despido por acá. Empecé una misión sin querer. Cosas que nos pasan. Pero bueno, nos veremos en la siguiente, que la verdad que no sé cuál será. No sé si volveremos a Colonipenal. No sé si terminaremos alguna que otra misión que tengo suelta por acá. Iremos viendo qué onda. También depende del tiempo y cuánto podamos hacer en base a lo que tengamos. Así que nada, será hasta la siguiente. Muchas gracias por todo. Muchachos, suscríbanse, en el like que me ayuda un montón. Y nos veremos en la siguiente. Adiós.